forces have been spotted in the Aurora Mountains. Their HQ is in another area, so we believe this is a covert attack. Covert attack that sounds like something Alof would try. Your goal is to take out these units. You've been given 4 infantry units to carry out this operation. Let's go. Mission 2. Terrain Intel. Day 1. The enemy has deployed some mechanized infantry units. This could be trouble. Mech units have more firepower than your standard infantry. You won't be able to defeat mech units in direct combat. So you have to use the terrain to give you some defensive cover. I'll explain about terrain features as we go. Select this infantry unit, please. Let's review what we've learned so far. Earn this infantry unit to 5. Excellent. Okay, select this infantry unit next, please. Do you notice anything different? Up till now, the highlighted movement area for infantry was 3 spaces. Well, in the mountains, it's less. Movement cost is double here. This means your movement rate will be half of that on plains. Do you think that means you should avoid mountains? That would be a very serious tactical error. Mountains offer advantages that compensate for movement costs. You'll understand once you fire on the enemy. Go ahead, engage the enemy and fire. Now compare the HP of the 2 infantry units used to attack. The last unit took less damage than the first unit, didn't it? This is because another terrain feature called defensive cover. You attack the enemy from the mountains, right? Defensive cover in the mountains is this number here of 4. The defensive cover on the plains is a 1. The higher the defensive cover rating is, the less damage you'll take. Is that clear? Good, I knew you were a quick study. Go ahead and fire on the remaining infantry units. Select N when you're finished. So, you spotted my troops, have you? That's pretty good. But this time, things will be different. You'll learn what it means to face mech units. I'll just keep watch from back here. No need for me to actually be in the field. I'm still in charge, though. Day 2. It's your turn. Mech units really pack a punch, don't they? But if you'll notice, one infantry unit took less damage than the other. Do you know why? It's because of superior defense cover. Remembering this is vital. You should also keep in mind that movement cost differs between units. For example, mech and infantry units have different movement types, so their respective movements cost and mountains are 2 and 1. When you need intel like this, place the cursor on a space and press the R button. This works for terrain features as well as for all unit types. So for intel on unit movement type, cost, etc., remember the R button. Well, I'll leave the rest of this battle to you. They may have mech units, but you have superior numbers. Focus on what you've learned, use it well, and victory will be yours. Day 3. One more thing. If any point during the battle you need to stop, there's a way to save. Saving will prevent you from having to start the same mission over again. Please go to the map menu now. Place the cursor on an empty space and press the A button. No, that's okay. Done it. These units were on a covert operation. Thanks to your planning, our troops took minimal damage. Keep up the good work. Alright, another failure. After all of my careful planning, another batch mission. Grr, next time I will prevail. Victory. Victory is coming. Capture bases is the focus of this mission. Our current mission is to storm the Spear Hills. If successful, we should be able to drive that pompous old, we should be able to force the Blue Moon forces to withdraw. If you remember, we faced two mech units in the last battle, right? In response, you've been given command of two mech units yourself. Base capture. Mission 3. Day 1. This area is crucial to the defense of the Aurora region. This explains the 4 enemy tank units deployed in waiting phase. Fortunately for us, those tanks can't cross the mountains. So let's take care of business here first and deal with them later. Let's secure some bases by capturing the local cities. Select this infantry unit, please. Would you move in here? Do you see the new menu command? Capture. Please select the command. This city is now half captured. It takes at least 2 days to capture the city. Order this unit to capture again and next turn to secure all allied bases. Oh, I almost forgot. Don't move a unit until that's in the process of capturing the city. If you do, you'll have to begin capturing it all over again. The same is true if the capturing unit loses all of its HP. Do your best to protect units trying to secure new bases. Okay, let's move this mech unit. Go ahead and select its place. Only infantry and mech units can capture new bases. Remember this when deploying units onto unsecured areas. Move the unit to this position, please. Now go ahead and move the rest of your units close to the cities. Select N when you're finished moving. Day 1. What? Enemy forces have appeared again? Those cowards attacking my most remote units? How typical. But wait, I have some tank units deployed there. Ha ha ha. Crushing those infantry and mech units will be a piece of cake. Fight on, my loyal troops. This time you shall be victorious. Day 2. It's your turn. First, you should always start by completing the capture of cities. Please select this infantry unit and press the A button. Now this city is yours. It's the same color as your troops, right? You can now use it as a base. So now you can see that these cities are under enemy control. By the way, gray cities are neutral. Let's get back to discussing bases. If you put a damaged unit in a base, it will recover some HP each turn. You will also receive 1,000 G per day from each city you capture. These funds are crucial for restoring HP to your units. Funds are also used for other purposes, but I'll explain those later. Okay, now use the mech unit to capture a new base. Would you please select this unit? Now, there is a problem for you. Two cities are within your movement range. One is neutral and one is hostile. Which one should you capture first? Yes, that's correct. Choice. Of course, capturing either one of these cities is a plus for you, but if you secure the enemy city, you also reduce your foe's funds. Oh, yes, there's one more thing you need to know. Look here to see how long it will take to secure the city. The capture number is now 10. When this number is reduced to 0, the city is secure. An infantry unit that has 10 HP, so it takes 2 days to capture a city. With a capture number of 20, a damaged unit has less HP, so it'll take longer for it to capture a city. So now you know how to capture cities, right? I'm going to let you make all of the command decisions from now on. Would you like some advice on how to proceed? No. Really? Okay, but just one. Don't let the enemy capture your HQ. You will lose if this happens. That's all. Good luck. Day 2. Day 4. Day 5. Day 5. Day 6. Day 14. Day 16. Day 17. Day 18. Day 19. Outstanding. You've reclaimed the area and forced Blue Moon to withdraw. There's one more thing I have to tell you. You receive funds by capturing cities, right? Well, once you clear a map, you lose those funds. Sorry. Good luck on the next battle. Unbelievable. We've been forced to withdraw. What's going on? What were the tank units doing? Those useless fools. I'll take direct command next time. I'll show you all. Cuz wins. Save current data. This mission will explain the joint command and discuss basic strategy. Unit repair. I think that Ko Olaf is starting to take us seriously. But all of our commanders are caught up in other campaigns, so there's no one available to lead the Orange Star army against him. Because it looks like it's up to you to defend Orange Star. Let me brief you on the current mission. Our troops en route to the Lost Fortress have been waylaid by Olaf. It's up to you to join up with them, beat back Olaf, and secure the area. We need the Lost Fortress moved out. Mission 4. Unit repair. Day 1. Olaf has his bases covered. It looks like he understands the importance of holding this area. Almost all of our units heading for Lost Fortress have been eliminated. There are only 2 tank units left of the original contingent. We must repair them in order to have any hopes of winning here. So first, let's pull these two units back here and patch them up. Will you select this tank unit, please? To repair a unit, just move it to an allied city or a secure base. This tank unit can make it to this city. Please move it. Good, that's right. This tank unit will now recover 2 HP for every turn it stays here. Okay, now let's withdraw this tank unit too. Would you select it, please? I like to repair this unit now, but there's no safe place within its movement range. There's nothing we can do about that. Let's get it as close to a city as possible and begin repairs. Next turn. Would you move it here, please? That's right, thank you. But we can't stop there, can we? The unit's still vulnerable to attack from the enemy's tank unit. Place the cursor on a unit and press the B button to check its attack range. The area it can fire upon will appear in red. Well, what to do now? How about giving it a little assistance? Let's deploy other units around it to prevent it from being attacked. This tactic is called building a defensive wall. Our available units are, this mech unit should do nicely. Move it here to create a defensive wall. There, now the unit is safe from enemy attack. Enemy units can't cross allied lines and vice versa. You can see why a defensive wall is such an effective strategic tool. This mech unit will come under fire, but it should be able to hold a turn. Since we have 2 mech units, we should be okay for 2 days. So move the mech units up and they deploy the infantry as you like. Press N when you're finished. Day 1. Aha, the Orange Star forces have arrived. It looks like the groups that's been giving me such trouble too, but they don't even have one decent tank unit with them. I've nothing to fear from these ragged fools. Prepare to be routed. The enemy is closing in, but the tanks need more time for repairs. Even regaining 2 HP per day, we're not going to be ready in time. It looks like we'll have to join these 2 units together. Please select this tank unit. Great, hit the cursor here and move to the spot. Select join from the menu, please. You did it. These units have been merged. When 2 units join, they combine their HP. Of course, now there's only 1 unit, but I know that 2 units may seem better than 1 at most times. But running around with low HP is very risky. I recommend using join when you feel it necessary. I'm going to leave the rest of this mission to you. Do you want some strategic advice? No. Really? Don't forget to win. You must capture the enemy HQ or destroy all enemy units in the field. Good luck. Day 2. Day 6. Day 7. Day 8. Day 9. The Blue Moon forces have retreated. Capturing this area was vital to our strategy. You did a great job. Keep up the good work. Now, so she does have her hand in this. That explains why this little group has been such unexpected trouble. This is unforgivable. Next time, I will give them a display of true might. Mark my words. Outstanding, cuz you won. Save current data. ABCs. This mission focuses on the supply load and drop commands. My superiors in Orange Star are pleased with your work, cuz. I'm also happy to say that the enemy troops aren't deployed ahead of time. Look at this. An artillery unit has been assigned to your command. Used correctly, this unit strengthen your battalion, no doubt about it. But it sounds like it's seen a lot of action on the front lines, and well, I guess we'll get a look at it when we reach the battlefield. Oh, and I've received one more bit of information. You've also been given a APC unit to use. This one is fresh from the factory, so don't worry about its condition. Okay, let's get moving. Mission 5. APC ABCs. Day 1. Well, it's good to see that we have an artillery unit, but it's out of ammo. And it's almost out of fuel, too. It can't fire without ammo, and it can't move without fuel. In this condition, it's useless. But don't worry, I think we'll manage just fine. We just need to supply the unit using a transport unit. When you supply a unit, you will fix its ammo and fuel to the maximum level. For intel on a specific unit, select the unit and press the R button. Okay, will you select this unit and move in here, please? The supply command appears in the right. Select that command, please. Great, now we've gotten the unit both ammo and fuel. This is how transport units supply allied units in adjacent spaces. This time we gave supplies to only one unit, but transport units can also provide supplies simultaneously to any unit adjacent to it. Oh yes, you can also supply units by placing them in allied bases. And as I explained before, in addition to supplies, bases also provide HP. So use bases when you can, but when you can't, use transport units. Now that's the artillery unit is ready to go. Let's use it and fire. Would you select it, please? Thank you. Now press the A button again to display the command menu. Select fire, please. This is why we have artillery units in direct fire. Indirect fire is the term used for a long-distance attack on the enemy. This technique allows units to fire without fear of counter-fire. Now that that's clear, go ahead and deploy the rest of your units. It's only a matter of time before the enemy infantry attacks these allied bases. Let's see what we can do to protect them. I think a single tank unit might barely suffice. Please move the unit here. It will be easier to deploy this unit from a point near this base. So please deploy it to this position. Wait. On second thought, protecting these bases with a single tank unit may be a little tough. The enemy also has tank units nearby, and I think it would be wise to move a mech unit up as close as possible. Please move this mech unit to this point. The remaining units are yours to deploy as you see fit. Would you like some strategic advice? No. Oh, I almost forgot. Wouldn't you like to know how far your units can fire? Do you remember how we check an enemy's unit attack range? Check your own troops' attack range same way. Place the counter on a unit, then press and hold down the B button. The area displayed in red indicates the unit's attack range. Okay, when you finish deploying all of your units, select N. Curse you now. Looks like you bound and determined to get in my way. I'll have my troops swat you like a fly. Day 2. It's your turn. This doesn't look good. Enemy units are closing in, and our mech unit won't arrive in time to help. But don't panic. There's a way for us to help that mech unit move a bit faster and faster. Please select this mech unit. Okay, now move the unit here, please. The load command is in the right menu. Please select that command. You've now loaded the mech unit onto the transport. Transport units can carry both mech and infantry units. This effectively increases the movement range for these units. You won't go wrong using transport units to carry troops. Let's move this unit. Would you select it, please? Move the unit to this space. Do you see the drop command in the menu? Please select that command. After selecting drop, you'll need to choose where you want to unload. This time, please unload here. Use the command control pad to select the drop point. That finishes the drop command. Unloading ends the turn for both the transport and the unloaded unit. This is a much faster way to reach distant objectives, right? So transport units can supply all units as well as carry infantry and mech units, but there is one thing you need to remember. Transport units carry no weapons, which means they cannot fire. For more intel on transport units, please place the cursor onto the end. Press the R button from this point on. The army is yours to command. Would you like any strategic advice? No. Fine, it's your command, but let me offer one piece of advice anyway. Artillery units cannot move and attack in the same turn. Keep that in mind, okay? You can win by seizing the enemy's HQ or by destroying all of the enemy units. Good luck. Day 5. Day 7. Did you get a feel for deploying artillery units? You're doing well now. Get going and keep up the good work. Girl. Next time. Blast it next time. I knew you'd win, cuz. Save parent data? Yes. Okay. Well, should we end this? Should probably end this, huh? Probably nobody been watching this. Or is there people watching this? I don't know. Should I keep going? Or should I put in a different game? Okay, well, I'll save it and then we'll continue on. There's a bunch of different field training missions going on. There's just a few more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or something like that. But thank you for viewing.